You ever notice how the segments led by young Calabaster are always like, here's me and fuck everyone else?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Terms of Engagement podcast, where we talk about engaging and the terms on which we do so. I'm your host, Young Calabaster, and these other fuckers don't matter. All right. Welcome to the Terms of Engagement podcast. You know us, you probably don't like us, and we're here to talk about mental health. Isn't that it?
I don't have much to talk about.
Isn't that it? I'm not self-aware enough to have this conversation. How's y'all's week been since we last recorded? What's been going on, guys?
Went and saw the Harlem Globetrotters. That was pretty fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My first time going. So, like, I knew it was going to be a show because, like, you're paying to go see them put on a show. Globetrotters obviously going to win. But, like, what I didn't know was, like, oh, shit, these guys actually, like, play basketball. It's like
yeah, dude, they can hoop.
No, they can hoop absolutely, but it's like every other possession, they're playing, like, real basketball, like, real defense, really trying to score and everything. Like, at halftime, they reset the score to, like, because the Generals were up by, like, 11, and they reset it to even. Now I was like, okay, so this is fake as fuck.
Damn, bro. Did you get to take a picture with any of them?
So I didn't.
I saw you were like courtside.
Do any of them
you
have
were pretty
gray
close.
hair?
No,
Do any of them
they're
have
bald.
hair? Are they all bald?
Gray hair, like
they
aging.
have hair.
Wait, so like,
why would they?
I'm so confused about that question.
Why
would they be bald?
I'm bald.
That's not a prerequisite.
I know it's not.
Globetrotter, dude.
Honestly,
the last time I put in his application,
I haven't
has to be bald.
I haven't seen anything about the Harlem Globetrotters in a long time. But what instantly came to my mind is when they had that like cameo where they were on like an episode of Scooby-Doo or in a movie, and I remember all the characters being drawn bald. I don't remember.
That being said, Murr, did you see anybody from American Dad there? Because you know that's where Stan took refuge as a child.
I did not, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
That man was wet as fuck from beyond the arc as well. He was throwing up.
What?
Like, yeah. So like his name is Hot. Like his name is Hot Shot. Like he's a little like 3-foot man.
So the Globetrotters watched the two towers, and they were like, "You see how they toss them?"
Bro. Okay.
Don't tell the elf.
Episode 9, the episode we get fucking canceled.
Don't tell the elf.
No, but like they have a 4-point line, and like my man was getting buckets from behind it. I was like, okay, shoot.
Do you think there was like a wire attached to the ball?
No.
Like every time he shot, it's just like.
It's just a fucking drone inside of it.
Yeah, dude.
There definitely wasn't a ball attached because like at the end of the third quarter, like the ball bounced over to me, and like one of the players came to get it, and like I like tossed it to him, and like tossed it back to me, and I tossed it back to him, and he tossed it back, and we did like 4 or 5 times, and like after every time he was like, "Come on," and like I finally like
what? Dude.
I don't know, like he like every time he was tossing it harder.
Dude, he marked you, bro. He was gonna fuck you after the game, dude.
Globetrotters at this point? It's just random motherfuckers. You were the Globetrotters. We're here to play.
He was walking back to his car, and the guy walked by him and just said, "Hustle up."
Come on, it's time.
Hot Shot was out there waiting for you.
Dude, he said he was wet as fuck, bro. Like, that is how he described Hot Shot, is wet as fuck. So,
oh my god,
I don't know, dude.
I regret everything I say on these things.
How
Dude,
viscous
I
was it?
I don't know, dude. How viscous, dude. It's Tots' face right
Define the
now, bro.
wet.
Oh yeah.
From behind the 3-point arc.
Viscous.
When he
It
says
shot
describe the
from
wet, the next two words out of your mouth should not be from behind.
Oh man, dude. Honestly, I'm glad your mom doesn't listen to this because she'd probably worry a lot about you.
She already does.
Yo,
I'm her
speaking.
baby. I'm her baby by 8 years. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
she calls me almost every day. Is like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, mom. How's work? Same as it was. I cut grass for a living. It's not that interesting of a job."
Hey man, that's a good job though.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool gig.
Other than the sunburn.
A lot of people would like to deal with grass all day, you know?
I was looking for some earlier, dude.
I about to say you were looking. You were about to
Before
go
we
into a full
before we
panic.
started this podcast, no, dude, because I was like, oh shit, where did I put it? Right, like, because nobody wants a patch of grass in their house, you know. So
What would you do if like you just like walked out the room looking for it and like Ellie was just playing in the patch of grass?
I'd kill myself because I've failed as a father.
What if
I'd be more
Miles got it?
interested in how she's fucking already that advanced.
Dude,
Just
dude,
like-
we talked about this on the last episode. The fucking aliens, dude. Like the fucking aliens.
Remember, people, don't let your kids play in the grass outside.
Dude, honestly,
his
I
dad
can't.
senses were tingling. He's like, "There's a 6 square inch spot of grass I haven't mowed yet."
Did you have a spidey sense or aneurysm?
There was a
No,
stroke
I guess-
that happened in there somewhere.
I guess it's both. I really had to articulate my thoughts. Man. I was like, wait, I don't deal with this. I don't have this.
He had to like have an out of body experience. Like, what would Calabastard do in this situation?
Oh shit. Oh,
In my head, he said a 6 by, and then he stopped for a second, and all I could picture was Hank Hill in his head. God damn it, Bobby!
fuck, dude. That was so good. Oh my
Alright.
god, dude.
Let's just end the episode there. It's not gonna get any better.
So mental health. Oh, no, we didn't even get to anybody else's weeks, dude. We stopped on Murr getting sexually assaulted by the Harlem Globetrotters.
Not the Harlem Globetrotters, but
Oh, the homeless Globetrotters, fucking. They just came in off the
Oh
streets,
shit!
dude.
They don't even have
Oh.
jerseys. They're just solid white T-shirts. Wait, what?
I was actually at a park.
It's more
somewhere. It wasn't even at an
personalized.
arena.
He's throwing
Oh
the
my
ball back
God.
and forth to Murr, and Murr's telling us,
Because
he
he's
said,
thinking
"Come on,
he's
come
on
on."
the team. He's like, come on, man, you gotta get out of here.
You better get out of here, motherfucker.
I thought you were part of this. You touched the ball.
Bro, you should have got out there and dunked on him, Murr.
So there was one point when they like rolled a cart of balls out onto like the floor, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like you're gonna pay to like take a shot and everything." And I was about to do that, and then people started buying them. I was like, "Well, this is disappointing. I don't want to buy a ball. Like I don't want one."
He'll take all the balls he can get for free, but when they cost money, he's out.
Wait a minute,
Yeah,
what?
dude.
But you said
That
what?
what I say?
You said you said you would pay to take a shot, not pay to buy the ball.
Oh,
That's what he was
okay.
saying. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He would pay to participate, but he wouldn't pay to commemorate.
Gotcha.
Like,
Exactly.
I was confused because you said that you would pay to take a shot, and then people went up and started buying, and I was like, "Well, then
Yeah,
why
like,
didn't you
the
just do it
cart of
too?"
balls was like for sale,
Gotcha.
not like shooting.
I get you. I don't.
That was my fault for laying out a poor picture.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Can we
Nah,
talk about the
dude.
fucking wings behind Todd's head? Like,
no, dude. What are
thought
you
that
even
was
talking
just a
about?
self-portrait.
Yeah, dude.
I'm glad somebody mentioned it because instead of being with your head in the podcast, Mar got lost in the sauce.
I've been lost in the sauce for years.
All right. I'm fucking done, dude.
Do you not see this?
Why did
right
you
here? Like,
do
I've been
this,
lost for
dude?
years.
Dude, he did that on purpose for that one fucking joke, and you gave it to him.
Oh no, you're mad because I gave it to him when you've been trying so hard. I see. I beat you to the punch, and now you're mad.
We're not
All
turning
right.
this into a fuck tater joke, okay?
Dude, it's not a fuck tater joke. Because we're
I-
not joking. This is fucking. This is serious, dude. Why do you think I want you to come out for my birthday? Like,
Listen,
why
I
do you
won't.
think why do you think I'm trying to plan this trip for you, my dude?
Listen,
I
got
didn't ask for Melina to come down. I asked for you to come by yourself, dude. And you're like, oh, me and Melina want to come. We want to take a vacation. No, sir.
I'm trying to safety net, all right?
Bro, dude, I'll bring the safety net. Don't you worry.
He's gonna catch whatever falls.
Dude, yes, sir.
He's gonna catch these tots in his mouth. That's what he's gonna catch.
Oh, dude, no, man. I'm gonna give this dude a back rub, bro. I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, you trying to make it romantic? Okay.
Nah, dude, I'm trying to make a mashed tater, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Full elbow.
Oh hell,
Just fucking get in there, dude.
Dwayne Johnson up in there with the people's elbow.
Oh my god, dude.
Not safe. I'm not safe anywhere.
Dude, you are safe.
Doesn't feel
Here in
safe.
my motherfucking arms.
In the love it, you are so safe in the loving embrace.
Yeah,
Todd's gonna
baby.
be driving Todd's gonna be driving home from the store one day and like just be sitting at a red light and look across the intersection and see Calabaster sitting there and think he's going crazy until he gets home and he runs in the door right after him.
Straight up, guys, ever since we started talking about planning a trip, I know we're planning on me coming out there to you guys. But I really have it in my heart that one day that you guys are all going to come out here and hang out. And we've been talking about this for a week, half a week, something like that. No, not too long. But every time I leave the house now, I'm talking with Melina. I'm like, well, when they do finally come out here, like we could go here. I'm planning out a whole trip of like all the different
Bro,
places, and it's gonna be a great time.
I'm totally down to do that. Like, I'm down to do that. Like, come out for a couple of days. But in my mind, it was just easier for you to come out here.
Mhm.
It'd be easier to get you alone. And like we could.
We'd have a lot of Southerners just willing to help.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Get
This
it,
boy gonna try hot sauce in his cup noodles.
dude. Yeah, down to the cut new now. We're gonna get him tied down in a hog tie, and we gonna fucking put him down with the. we
I'm gonna rub his back real good. Elbow.
gonna rub it back real good now. Oh man, dude, there's nothing that brings me joy. Okay, so just for the record, for the people listening who don't know, y'all, we're only 14 minutes in right now, dude. This feels like it's been an eternity.
Tell me
So
about
for
it.
those of you who
What do you
don't know, basically, Todd one day, I just felt like his self-esteem was low. And so I thought, what's the best way to boost your homie's self-esteem? Just say you're trying to fuck him. And so I did it, and the way he reacted was just, oh, it was obviously perfect enough to where I have not stopped. It was,
Moan.
I didn't moan, dude.
You
Yeah,
did.
went,
You
"Oh."
did.
Dude, I didn't.
did.
You said his reaction was
Bro. What are you
basically.
talking about, dude?
Look,
Then you
imagine,
paused,
He doesn't know he moaned. So like
and
every
you
time
went,
he thinks about Todd,
"Ugh."
he's just like
No, dude, that
mentally-
wasn't a moan, dude. That wasn't a moan. That was just like a grunt of satisfaction. And so like I said, his reaction was just so just appropriate. Like his response was so appropriate to just unwanted sexual advances. That I decided from now on, like from that moment on, I was going to make Tater as uncomfortable as humanly possible. That way, when we meet and I'm just totally normal and I don't make any jokes, he's gonna be like, why aren't you saying anything now, dude? And
You're
then I'm gonna
heckle
make
him on
I'm gonna make
edge.
I'm gonna make him want it. Exactly. Like that's the plan, dude. I'm gonna like reverse him. Like I'm gonna reverse Uno on him. And he's gonna be like, why aren't you like saying any like weird out of the way like sexual shit to me? I'm be like, dude, because we're here in person, man. Like that's just like online joking. Like obviously you're my friend and I respect your boundaries. And he's gonna be like, but don't. Um and
You're gonna walk into his apartment
oh my
and
god,
he's
dude,
gonna be
it's
laying
so
on the
funny.
bed with mashed potatoes on his nipples.
Chupapi
Uh, nah, chupapas, muñeño.
He's so uncomfortable right now. I'm sorry, Ty.
Oh, dude, he looks so uncomfortable. But see, that's what that's the goal, right? It's like the goal is to make him as uncomfortable as he can be because eventually he's gonna snap and he's gonna be like, "You want to fuck me? I wanna fuck you!" He's gonna go off, dude, and he's gonna show up with like mashed potatoes all over
He's
his
gonna
body.
send you a pic of him in the bathtub with like 10 of the instant bags of potatoes. She's just gonna. What you trying to do?
Dude, like nah, but it's like just like I said, for those of you who don't know, like this is just jokes. Like obviously, if he were to tell me he was genuinely uncomfortable, I would respect that and I would stop.
He's gonna come meet you in person and then forcefully take you, and you're gonna be like, "No, why are you doing this? I thought you were my potato friend." He's like, "I am, but Idaho."
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Nah, man. But like it doesn't work with Murr because we're related. With Rez,
I mean,
he's
say
done
what you
this
want.
shit to me and it's been super awkward. Like I'm just not a fan of it, so I can't do it back to him because then he'll feel like there's reciprocation.
Ding ding ding
Um
ding.
and dude and like also like we don't live near each other anymore, so he doesn't have to do it to get me out of his house. So Tot's the only like viable option. And I feel bad for it sometimes because I see the look on his face and he's just so done. But I haven't finished yet. So I'm still going.
I mean, I don't think that's the face of content. I think that's the face of wonder. What ifs, possibilities.
I don't think that that's the case at all. I definitely am not um like, oh hell yeah, dude, tell me again how much you want to fuck me. Like, I I don't know. I wouldn't even say that like uncomfortable is the word for it. I just don't know how to respond because like what do you say to it? Like I know you're not like trying to actually get up in the cheeks. I mean, if you, I'm a married man. That means you ain't got no morals. If that's the kind of person that
Dude,
you're
I
trying to
like that
be.
that's the only reason he's not down. He's like, I'm a married man, okay? Like,
Spoken for.
like I'm
I'm
spoken
a married
for.
spud.
If you don't respect that, dude, like,
We
oh,
can
that's
still be
perfect.
friends, but
I'm gonna need
It's
you to
literally
respect the sanctity of my marriage and stop
Yeah,
trying to
dog.
clap these fucking cheeks.
it's literally
Yeah,
Mr.
dog.
Potato Man in Toy Story 2 when he sees like all the Barbies. Like, I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud.
Dude, yeah, he's a married spud, bro.
I mean,
what's the
I
real
can't fault
reason
you.
he's got the wings?
I can't fault you for feeling the way that you do when you look at this. All
I
right.
do like,
So like,
okay, hold on.
Listen,
Sorry, go
Ty,
ahead. I wasn't saying hold on to you. I was saying hold on to myself.
gotcha. I was gonna say like, I
Hold
just
on.
don't think I can't fault you again for feeling the way you feel when you see this. And I think you said that you felt like my self confidence was down at one point in time, and like it's not a thing of like self confidence. It's just that like I don't know, man. Sometimes you just think about things and mental health. Sometimes you just don't want to be alive. And I think you felt that was me being like,
Todd, I appreciate you trying to segue this shit around, but my God, that was a
Dude,
quick
that was a
180.
fucking hard cut into this, man. Ooh.
but like, and that's not even a bad thing. That's not saying that like I'm ever like self introspective and wanting to be like, damn, dude, I want to fucking kill myself. Which I don't know if we're allowed to say that on YouTube or not, but fuck them. Um, but like, sometimes you just don't want to be alive, and I feel like that a lot of times. Not, I wouldn't say most of the time, but there's a lot of time that I feel like that, and it's just kind of like sitting here chilling, and I don't know, man. I just don't know how to respond to things sometimes, so I just don't. Because if like I react one way, then I'm being ridiculous because, you know, homies are joking and whatever. And that tends to happen to me a lot where like somebody will say something to me and I'm like, whoa, chill the fuck out. And they're like, oh, I'm just joking. And then I've made like an ass out of myself. So I'm like, oh, you actually don't want to fuck me? Well, fuck you too then, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully that made some kind of sense, but
No, it did because, like, I mean, that's a big thing. Is like, you know, I don't know, people. I feel like kind of a lot of times get it mixed up. The fact that like, oh, something has to happen for you to feel this bad, da 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 da. When literally, like, most of the time, it's just out of the blue. You're riding down the road, you're walking around at work doing something. It's just like, all right, time for this. There's
fuck, man, I
never
had
really.
a extra bill to pay this month, and I don't want to have to pay that. I didn't sign up. Who asked? I didn't ask to be born. Why can't I just be dead, and then I wouldn't have to pay that fucking bill? That's
Exactly.
but
I
I
feel
was.
I feel bad because like before you swapped like this, I had a really good joke lined up. So I'm gonna say it anyway, just because I feel like this needs to be heard. Because it goes in line with like the top self confidence thing and everything. Before you got like
I wasn't
deep
trying
into
to
the shit.
segue into the shit for the sake of getting into the shit. I was segueing to get away from the we're trying to fuck tater tot
So
conversation.
Now, speaking
Like,
speaking of
That's
self confidence, Mur, why do you look like Steve Urkel trying to hide the fact that he's goth to his parents?
dude, I told him he looked so good earlier, though. I was like, you look so nice, dude. And then you're like, you look like Steve Urkel, a goth one.
I'm just
Oh,
joking.
dude, you look so good, dude. Don't let anybody tell you differently, bro. You look great.
the shirt does kind of look like wood paneling.
Well, yeah, it's brown. I mean, so yeah, it's like brown like diamonds. So
Yeah, I think it's sharp though. I think it's a cool shirt at least, and the
Yeah,
Okay,
glasses are
cool.
I
looking
think it
Anyway,
looks
nice.
good.
I've got cat buttholes in my ears, so
That's
you know.
true.
And a
I
butthole on
just
his
want to
arm.
say,
Yep.
uh, before we get off of this, first and foremost,
we get Todd off.
we're not
Sorry.
we're not trying to we're not trying to fuck Todd. And when I say the self confidence thing, like it wasn't like a oh I don't look good, like it was just like a you just didn't feel good, man. And I felt like what makes me feel good?
When my friends say they want to fuck me.
Yeah, and so like I
For
was
the
like, you know what,
record,
dude?
Yeah, very
So
very
that's
valid.
why when I did that all the time, you never fucking left. You still stayed there, sitting right next to me.
Dude, I was trying to
You
let you.
just
I was trying to let you suck me
every
off, dude.
comment, he kind of just snuggled
Just
deeper down into
yeah,
that chair. It was like, ah,
He's
yeah,
like, I really feel good about myself
acceptance.
right now.
yeah, dude. I was like, you know what? I feel pretty.
What's this
Um,
weird feeling in my p-tom?
but okay, so I do just want to point this out. He was like, I want to get off of this conversation. I'm trying to get off from this conversation. And while we're talking about it, I put in shout out White Mamba. I put in his Discord a who are you? I filled out a who are you thing. and I put that my favorite food was any flavor chicken wings. And this episode, he's got chicken wings behind him, and I think
It doesn't have it. It's not related. I haven't seen that.
Of course he'd
Okay.
say that.
okay, dude. Okay,
Haven't.
whatever.
I'll pull up. I'll
Whatever.
pull up Discord. I'll share screen
Why
and
not?
Discord to go and check that message for the first time.
I think you're pulling some psychological warfare.
I
Trying to,
haven't
I
seen
think
it.
trying to
I
make
think what
Calabaster
you-
want some tater flavored wings.
I'll say it's because
Yeah,
like
dude.
he was talking about like how you eat that thing whole, and he's like, power of association.
So okay, so like seriously, if we're talking about mental health, I think. Oh, so now you want to change, and it's a picture of us as a couple, Todd. It's a picture of us as a couple, dude. That you decide to switch it to. I don't think you're helping your case, my friend. I don't think you're helping your case at all. And to be honest with you, I'm flattered, but I'm a married man. And so I'm gonna need you to respect the sanctity of my marriage. I don't know why you thought this would be a better option.
I didn't.
Can we just take a step back real quick and like picture like the title of this week's episode? Fucking
Shit.
Tot and mental
Dude.
health.
Dude, fucking tight and mental health.
That's what I was.
do think. There we
going
go.
for.
There we go.
This is
I
the
do
second time
think-
I've cried this fucking recording.
Dude, I do think that there's something to be said about like hyping your homies up, like mental health wise, like and making these kind of jokes. Like the level of comfortability, genuinely, I think that there's like a level of comfortability that you have to have with your friends, and being able to like be that open and like make those kind of jokes without fear of being judged or without fear of like somebody being like, oh, you actually want to fuck me. Like I think it speaks volumes of our friendship. Like I really do, and I think that it's a great thing to have.
Murr,
people like
maybe
that.
I'm just self conscious that I'm sitting here in a 4-year-old fucking light blue Volcom shirt, and you're over there looking like Steve Urkel got smashed every day. You know,
Dude, yeah.
Speaking of what,
you look
that's
hype,
fucked
bro.
up. Like that's just fucked up. You know, like I can't stand for
see
it.
the smile that he's got on his face right now, I feel like is the reaction they want from me when they talk about spreading mashed potatoes on my nipples.
No,
No,
gonna be
you're doing that. Yeah, you're the one doing
You're
that.
already doing that when we
Oh,
walk into the room.
gotcha.
Hold on, when Calabaster walks into the room.
When we walk into the room, get the fuck out of here, dude. This turned into a fucking. I'm not here for y'all's gravy, guys.
No, Calabaster already got first dibs, and I like to take my time, so
Yeah, Calabaster gonna put some gravy on them taters.
I'll be in there afterwards.
It looks
So-
like gravy.
Speaking of what,
Be that.
I got urinary tract issues.
Oh my god! So it's southern.
Yeah, boy. Let me give you a
It's that
taste of the
sawmill.
South.
That sawmill
Oh my God.
sauce.
That sawmill gravy, man.
Oh.
I don't know about that. He don't like Cracker Barrel.
Wait, what are the black flecks?
My urinary tract issues.
Ooh.
What, dude?
Speaking of what Nick was saying though about like our friendship and everything, I was talking. So last night we were hanging out. Me and Melina were hanging out at her aunt and uncle's house. Her uncle Doug, he's actually the guy who like married us. He did our like ceremony and everything.
Cute.
Really cool dude, and I love them to death. Her aunt and uncle, they're really great people. But while we were over there, I was talking with him, and he was like, "Oh, hey," he asked me like, "How's your guys' podcast doing?" This was the most awkward situation I've been in years, because I was like, "Oh yeah, man, it's actually doing really good." And he's like, "Well, I know you've been talking about it being on Spotify, but have you thought about doing it on YouTube?" And I was like, "That's actually like where we put it up for the first time."
No.
And he's like, "Oh, that's sick. What's it called?" And he takes his smart TV and he pulls up our podcast.
The very first one has the fleshlight in the hand, probably.
Yep, the one where we talked about nip drip.
Your wife's nip drip.
Oh fuck.
That episode.
Yeah. To which I very quickly was like, "We're pretty vulgar. I don't know how your wife would feel about it. So I don't think right now would be the best time to just play it." But he's probably gonna watch this episode too. So I love you, Doug.
Shout out, dog.
Shout out to Doug.
Shout out, Doug, dude.
But I was talking to him, and he was asking about like how our conversations and everything go, and how the podcast goes. And I kind of told him some stuff, and like told him about our conversations, and he did watch a little bit of one of the episodes, and he talked to me. He's like, "Seriously though, dude, like if you don't continue doing this podcast for very long, like if this were to ever stop, or you guys were to stop playing games or whatever, um, just watching you guys even for a little bit, like I can see the connection between all of you, and you guys mesh really good. And this is a friendship that, even though it's not like you guys all haven't met in person, I know you guys have, but me to you four," he's like, even if it's just an online thing or whatever, like this is a friendship that only happens once in a lifetime. And that's definitely not something. He's like, "I've had that before, and things happened, and none of us talk to each other anymore, and I've never been more sad about anything." And this is what I like. This is the type of friendship that I think you have with them. And I was like, "Yeah, man, that's actually
Real friendships.
yeah." But from some, it meant something to me because from somebody from like his generation, like he's basically like my dad's age. Like they don't make that, they don't see that, you know. It's always like whatever, they're just people on the internet, whatever. So the fact that we all four have a connection here, and the camaraderie, he said, back and forth between all of us, was really stand out. I thought that was neat to hear somebody from the outside be like, "Hey, these guys are actual homies." I'm like, yeah, I fucking love these guys. So
That's fucking cool, man. That makes my heart happy.
yeah, it was neat. It's a neat
Especially
time.
because we all yell at each other so much.
Like that's how you know it's real.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna yell at people you're not like close with unless you actually genuinely hate them.
True. I actually told Hannah the other day, I was like, how will you know I love you if I don't make fun of you? And like, I feel like because that's something that I got from my dad. Like, my little sisters the other day, one of them was like, "You're just like daddy. Like, you are just like him." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You just got your making fun of people from him." And I was like, "Yeah, that's how I knew that he loved me." He didn't say it. He honestly, I don't think like my dad started saying "I love you" regularly until a couple of years ago. Um, and like even then, it still was like very. I just feel like that's the generational thing, kind of like Tot was talking about. Like, like I know that he loves me. I know he loves me because I had food. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of like you had food. You know I love you.
It's an action thing. He didn't kick you to the street.
Yeah, he did. But that's a whole other story. But I think that um, like that kind of shit. I don't know, man. I just like to make fun of people because that's how I show you that I love you. Like genuinely, that is how I show people that I love them. Like if I'm just like nothing but nice to you and I don't fuck with you in any way, I don't hate you or dislike you or anything like that. But like if you're somebody that I'm comfortable with, I'm gonna make jokes about you. Like to your like I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, as soon as you leave the room, let me fucking make this joke." Like, no, I'm gonna say it to your fucking mouth so you can be like this fucking guy because I want you to know how much I love you. And I feel like that's part of like having a genuine friendship is like Mer said, like when you want to yell at somebody, like somebody's not going to evoke that kind of emotional reaction or elicit that emotional reaction out of you if you don't give a shit about them, if you don't care about them. Um, and maybe that's just like a warped, twisted sense of being friends or caring about somebody. But like that's how I feel, really and truly. Like I feel like if I can't make fun of you, if I can't like, and it's not like a vicious, like I'm not trying to viciously make fun of somebody. Like I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, your deepest insecurity, let me fucking poke it." Like I'm just gonna say something that I feel like you'll laugh at later or you'll hate, but I'll laugh at because I love you. Like Rezzy's butthole ears, or like the fact that I only look good from one side, which is why I look this way at the camera every single time, you know? Um, or Tots wing sauce on his head.
Wing sauce, dude. I was
Yeah,
shaving.
he got bigged up.
That's why I don't
I was
pick my
baking my
head. That's why I
head,
shave it.
and I pushed down too hard, and I like started
Oh.
scalping myself, and I before I got all the way through, I realized it, and I was like, let's back that shit up, and I fucking slid it back out, and I used the blood to like flap the skin back on.
So mental health issues.
Good old blood flap.
Good old blood flap. Blood flap titty tie. Fuck yeah. That's a hot sauce for your cut new right there now. That's that all natural round. Yeah, dude.
I ain't got time for cutting my head. I got canoes to eat.
Cut new to eat right now, boy. Oh man. Oh, I love it. But seriously, man, I think that it's an important thing to be able to show somebody that you care about them, and I guess that's the way that I show people. Which, like I said, could just be super warped because of like that's how I fucking grew up. Was like if you didn't make fun of somebody, you didn't love them.
I think there's something to say to that though, because you got to bring in like, and you do it to everybody, and in doing that, you open yourself up to have similar type jokes said about you. But like sometimes it's kind of the glue that sticks people together. Like I don't know if anybody's watched it. Melina likes she made me watch it and then I fucking loved it. Like Gravity Falls. It's like a Disney Channel show. It's so good.
Completely goaded. Like it looks like just because it aired on Disney XD does not mean it's a kids show.
It's so good. It's so good. But the like halfway through there's a group of older kid friends and like there's one kid in the group that they make fun of all the time and something happens and it separates the friend group. Like they're all stop being friends with each other because this one person came in from outside and threw a wrench into the whole thing and made everybody hate each other rather than like they all started picking on each other and they couldn't handle it instead of all picking on the one kid. And he's like, I literally like conditioned myself to take this abuse from these people for years because it's the only way they could handle being friends with each other. I was holding this group together and you fucked it up. So like sometimes it takes that little bit of not I mean like I get those jokes said about me. They don't feel great all the time. A lot of time it's a fuck you, Nick. Shut the fuck up. But like sometimes it's what am I trying to say? If everything is one this is gonna sound weird. If everything it needs to be abrasive a little bit, because if everything goes smooth, it's not gonna fucking like stick to each other. You need to have a little bit of abrasion in the mix to fucking cause a grip, you know?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I
Sweet.
know what you're hinting at.
I ain't hinting at nothing.
I know what you're hinting at.
I'm not hinting at nothing.
No, I totally get that. I know what you're saying. Like it makes sense. Like if I think it's like it's one of those things that, like if it's too easy, it doesn't stick. If it's too easy, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely things that are easy. Like I think it's easy being friends with you guys. Like I think being friends with you guys is an easy thing. Not always like easy to love you guys, but I know it's not always easy to love me and to tolerate me and shit. Like I know that there are like hard times in the friendships, and that's totally fine. Uh, but I think that it's important to keep in mind that without those hard times, you don't really. It's kind of like you can't appreciate the good times until you have a bad time.
Yeah.
Is this the mental health you were wanting to talk about, Merc? Because you brought up the mental health, and I feel like there was a reason. And I feel like now we're just like on like a full friendship thing, and I'm with it. But I just want to make sure because you brought it up, and I don't want it to go swept under the rug.
Oh,
I don't think he even got to make his joke yet.
Oh, dude, yeah, he was still gonna make a joke about you. I forgot about that.
Oh shit, I was. Oh no, it was just it was fucking So Todd was like talking about like support, and I was like, Todd, I don't know why you need any support. You can hold yourself up with that third leg. Uh,
Goes right into the
Okay,
why it
so
wasn't anything
hold
about
on,
my
but
self
that,
it doesn't. It doesn't have the
confidence.
same. It doesn't have the same catch right now because it's like
that's one of the jokes that is a little bit tough because Todd is an amputee, and so it
His donor was a donkey.
his donor was a donkey. So that third leg joke is just a little inappropriate.
My God, you're a freaking tripod.
Why are you making that face, Todd? Are you not an amputee?
he doesn't want people thinking he has a donkey dick.
You're not an amputee?
An amputee, dog.
Damn, dude. Because the way my heart's hop, skipping beats, I thought you had to hippity hop on through. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look at you. Sorry, that was really not a good one.
That was
Can we just cut
real.
that one out, dude?
That was
That was a
reach.
stretch, dude. It was
Nah,
a
no,
stretch, dude. Can we
yeah.
just cut that out? I just feel super
Just
dumb
like
now,
when Todd
dude.
actually
Is your
finally
name
walks in your
Halo? Because
room.
that was a
It's gonna be a
reach.
stretch.
Dude, oh fuck, dude. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, because we're gonna do yoga together.
No, it's fine. Everybody on the internet
Hot
will just think he
yoga.
has a Franken penis. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh shit, bro. A Franken dick.
That was another. There's another story. So I was telling you.
Just imagine it. Lightning crackles.
So we were over at Melina's aunt and uncle's house yesterday. Her uncle Doug. He's telling me about a party that they had at the apartment. They live in this really really nice apartment complex, super nice, and they pay like higher rent because of the amenities and stuff that they have there. Like these motherfuckers sit their trash outside, and then somebody comes through and like picks it up from their front door. It's crazy. But they throw parties and stuff too. So he's telling me, he's like, "Hey, I got a real funny story." And I'm like, "All right, dude, what's up?" He's like, "So they threw this big like meet your neighbors party at the pool in our apartment complex." I'm like, "Right, okay." He's like, "Super nice. We didn't have to pay for anything. We're all there swimming, having a good time. They had free food. You didn't have to pay for any of the food. They had a free open bar. Everybody's just hanging out, getting drunk." And she's like, "Here," he says, "So I'm sitting there talking to some of my friends that also live in the apartment complex, and one of their friends comes over who I haven't met yet, and he's a large guy. So he was like, they introduced me to their friend, and they're like, "Hey, this is Doug, but everybody calls him Big D." And he's like, "I was drunk." And I shook this man's hand. I said, "It's not because I have a big penis or anything. That's just what they call me." And then I walked away. And I was like, "What? Why would that be like?" And he's like, "I don't know, but
He just
that's
wanted
what
to
I
clear up
said."
confusion.
Like, okay.
That's what I said. Wow. Wow.
You ever get stories from people or like have just interactions with somebody and it's just like a one quick interaction? Has anybody ever done something like that story to you? I guess is what I'm asking. Like you've only ever had an interaction with somebody one time and it could have been years ago, but you'll never forget it because what the fuck?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
that's just basically anybody that, like, for example, I was out with my girlfriend, brother, and his girlfriend getting ice cream today, and like we were getting ice cream, talking about like, oh, this is good and everything, and this lady like came out of the store beside us, and like we're talking about, and she was like, oh yeah, it's really good, but I prefer da da da. We didn't fucking ask for her interjection, like these one off, like so many people like you have one off conversations with, you don't even ask to, like they feel like they need to commentate on your life and what's going on.
Yeah, I feel that.
I love those people. I like
Those
those
people.
recommendations, dude. Like, because what if it's a good recommendation?
Yeah, but you're
Like,
talking to the man who threw away his chicken sandwich because
oh
this
yeah,
stupid
dude.
bitch put mayonnaise and lettuce on
And tomato.
and tomato.
Yeah, dude, he threw away a whole sandwich, bro. He got a chicken sandwich and received a chicken deluxe and was like, "Damn you for extra value."
I didn't want the deluxe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
By that
Fuck
point,
this.
By that point, the mayonnaise hadn't just sat on the chicken sandwich; it like soaked into the breading a little bit. So I was like, no, I'm good.
Bro, mayonnaise is fucking fire, dude.
There's the man
I
who
love it on a chicken
admitted to
sandwich, though.
2 episodes ago eating mayonnaise sandwiches.
Completely different.
No,
Completely different. Yes.
mm,
When it's
mm-mm.
on its own.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you guys. I don't mean to interrupt you, but to get just to add a little bit of support to this man, I was thinking about it, and I never did a plain mayonnaise sandwich, but I did do a mustard and mayonnaise sandwich for like a number of years. But that wasn't out of like that's just because I was poor. So I fucking like if we didn't have like lunch meat, but we had sandwiches or like we had like bread, I would do like mayonnaise on one side, mustard on the other, and I would eat that.
You have another particularly interesting food story that's stuck to my head.
Me?
Yeah, that's caused your lactose intolerance.
Dude, just
Oh
tolerate
shit,
it.
dude. I do. But okay, so I don't know if anybody's ever like brought on their own lactose intolerance, but I did. Um, and it was like clinical. Like the doctor was like, "Yeah, you fucking did this. Like you did this to yourself." There was a period of my life. Um, dude, just let me get it out, okay? There was a period of my life. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Hershey's cookies and cream cereal, right? Okay, so I would get chocolate ice cream and Hershey's cookies and cream cereal and milk. And I don't know if you've ever done this, but like, when you get ice cream and you make your scoops, you like swirl it because it tastes better like that. Like you basically like mush it and mix it and make it into like a milkshake, like a different consistency than the actual frozen kind. And you like eat it it's delicious, right? So in my mind, when I did that, and yeah, I smoked weed. So like I was a younger person. But I did this and I put the Hershey's cookies and cream cereal in there. And then I was like, damn, dude, this is kind of like I could make a milkshake out of this, but I don't want to put it in a cup. So I just put a little milk in there and mix it up. Every meal for for like 2 months, okay? Like
You?
okay.
You?
Okay, dude. Okay, look. So I wasn't, dude. The look of shock on Murr's face right now.
You like just moved out on your own for the first time, and it was like, I can do whatever I want.
I mean, at least throw a couple of hot pockets in that thing. God.
Okay, but this is the other thing. I did supplement my diet with it was called God damn, what was it called? It was wings and calabash chicken and cheese fries. It was like a 5 and 5 or something like that from the place that I worked. And I would eat that for dinner, and then I would eat the same thing, like breakfast, lunch, eat that for dinner, and then for like midnight, I'm stoned snack. I would eat that like ice cream mixture, and it got so bad to the point that I was like waking up like with a violent stomach pains. And I was like, Mama, I gotta go to the doctor. Like, you gotta take me to the fucking ER. And so we go to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, what's been going on? What do you think is happening?" I was like, "I think I'm lactose intolerant." And he was like, "Well, why do you think that?" And I was like, "Because I've been on a steady diet of ice cream, cereal, and milk mixed together for 2 fucking months." And he was like, "How often do you eat it?" And I was like, 3 times a day. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, you're probably fucked." And
Fucking Calabaster wakes up and eats breakfast. Fucking 23 minutes later, he's walking around the house like, oh, I'm flustered. Need a snack.
oh, dude, yeah, I love that. And still to this day, dude, if I could have that combination, every day, I would, but I haven't eaten it in like almost 9 years at this point.
I don't think they make that cereal anymore.
I mean, no, they make Cookie Crisp, which is like basically the same thing. I mean,
It's absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not the same
We're talking
thing.
about chocolate chip cookies, and then we're talking about Oreos.
Yeah, it's like cookies and cream. Okay, so it was like a
It's
Hershey's cookies and cream cereal.
Pretty much Oreos.
It was essentially like Oreo O's, but in like a ball form. Like
okay. Oh,
like essentially like think of like Cocoa Puffs.
so
But
it's much
like
worse than I thought it was.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a little bit
Okay.
worse.
Okay.
But yeah, that you know what, dude? Fuck mental health, right? Like we're
Yeah,
just
well,
we're-
listen, because like since you're on that, like, I mean, since you're talking about like, oh, this is what you'd eat when you were high, I feel compelled to like tell the story of like what I ate the first time I got high because there's significance to it. So like, first time I got high was 3 years ago. It was Cheyenne's freshman year of college, and like I came to visit her, and she was like, "All right, you're going to," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to. I'm away from home. I'm a big boy. I drove myself 3 hours away." And so like we smoked a bowl, and she had this big old family sized bag of barbecue Lay's chips. And so like me, once again, first time smoking, obviously got fucking ripped off of like a couple of hits or so. So I'm laying there up against the wall on her bed, just with a bag of chips in my lap. I reach my hand into the bag of chips, and I'm literally sitting there like claw machining my hand, trying to grab these chips for a good 10 minutes. And I start freaking out to Cheyenne. I'm like, Cheyenne, my hand is not working. I can't grab the chips. And so she finally brings my hand out of the bag, grabs the chips, put the chips in my hand, and she's like, "There, shut the fuck up." And so I'm like, "Thank you so much." Like I'm happy at this point because I got chips, and I go to take them to my mouth, and like I stop like a foot away from my mouth, and just start staring at them, and I'm thinking in my mind like, "You can do this. You can eat these." And yet my arm would not proceed towards my mouth. Like I was sitting here straining my arm and it wouldn't fucking move. And Cheyenne looks at me, she's like, "You gonna keep inspecting them or you gonna eat them?" And I'm like, "I can't eat these." And she's like, "Why can't you eat them?" I said, "My body doesn't want me to." And so at that point, she took my arm and forced them into my mouth and took the bag of chips away from me and said I wasn't smoking anymore.
That's a fair
And then
reaction, actually.
and then the next night I got pulled over by a cop because I ran out of gas on the side of the interstate, and he took me to get gas, and I'm texting her the whole time in the back of his car. Holy fuck, does he smell it on me? Like this is the next day, clean clothes, showered, everything. I'm like, does he smell it on me? He's got to smell it on me. I'm gonna get arrested if he smells it on me.
paranoia.
That's like that shit was fucking laced.
Yeah.
So that makes me think like okay, so like
No.
I don't distinctly remember being high the first time I ever smoked, but I do remember that it was obviously not that good. And so I feel bad for kids nowadays because like if you start smoking nowadays, you're just like getting some like great stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, you've never smoked, bro. You gotta take this 1G banger, dude.
Dude, yeah, just fucking dude, take this dab straight to your fucking dome piece, dude. Lose
Got it.
yourself in the cosmos, my guy. And they're like 11 years old, and they're like, okay.
No, listen,
Like,
kids from Blacksburg thinks they have the best shit ever, and it sucks ass.
dude, I definitely had to graduate to good bud.
Yeah.
I remember I was getting like straight off the brick, like from somebody's boot.
Been
Like just
floating in the
hard,
ocean for 3
yeah,
months.
dude. Like hardcore parkour probably wasn't even like it was mainly just like foot fungus, and like we're fucking rolling it up. My buddy Jordan, like the first time I ever smoked, my buddy Jordan rolled us a joint out of receipt paper. I was like 16. And yeah, dude, like we had to fucking we didn't have bowls, bro. Like, what do you fucking think this is, dude?
Receipt
We were in
paper,
fucking
Coke cans, fucking apples if you were cool.
yeah, dude.
fucking the Apple Core shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I just today kids are just like fucking like Bryce said, dude. Like take this 1 gram banger, dude. And like honestly,
Dude.
man, it makes me glad that I'm retired. Like it makes me glad that I'm retired because the stuff nowadays is scary sounding, bro. Like it just
Hey, bro,
sounds
listen.
terrifying.
Listen, say what you want. Jeebs will fuck you up. Like Jeebs are essentially like the wax, the paste that you burn
You
with
mean
the torch.
wax?
Are you talking
I said
about dabs?
Dabs?
so like Jeebs are essentially dabs, kind of, but like they're a little stronger.
So Jeebs are gravity bongs. That's
Ah,
Right,
dude, I make gravity
right,
yeah,
bongs
right,
out of a
right.
2-liter
And like
soda
I know a
bottle.
dude who like smokes the wax with a Jeeb.
Oh, dude, because he's fucking insane, is what it sounds like. Don't
Yeah.
hang out with him. He will kill someone
How do you
eventually.
do that? How is that? How? What?
You so like I've never smoked a Jeeb myself. I've only like because like I was getting a new job at this time when I saw him do it, so I was like, no, I fucking can't. But, like my man like put the wax in and like burnt the wax like he had a separate hole, and he burnt the wax, and then proceeded to like do the dunk and everything and all that, and smoke the Jeep like that.
Interested to see the schematics of this.
Do we got time
I'm interested.
for my first high
interested.
story?
Yeah,
Let me hit him up like, hey man, can I get your diagram real quick?
So
I'm interested to know how much product he's wasting.
yeah, that's it's a little wild.
Dude,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
interested to see. Hit him up and be like, how does that work? Because we've got some fucking old heads who are trying to figure out why this doesn't make sense to them.
I can hit him up. That's no problem.
Yeah, dude, I want to know because I'm interested. I mean, like one day I'm gonna come out of retirement. Like one day, dude.
One day.
One day I'm gonna come out of retirement, dude, and it's gonna be fucking. We're gonna do some drugs.
Hey, Dad, I've got a boyfriend.
No, the fuck you don't. I'm called. All right, term assemble. It's time to get fucked up.
Oh my
Damn.
god, is that what we're gonna do? Like we're all gonna live with like within some close proximity, and just like have like a phone system like linked between the four of us, and just like when shit's ready to get fucked up, just make a call.
Be like, all right, guys.
Straight up, dude. Like that's been a vision in my head for a long time. Is I think it would be dope for like so in my head in this like scenario that plays out, somebody struck it big. One of us starts making a fuck ton of money, right?
Just wait for the OnlyFans account.
Right?
Promise y'all.
Something happens. Once that happens, I have this like picture in my head of you buy a house.
Stop.
And the
Why did you just stop, dude? We're
and the
listening.
picture
to you.
faded.
I
That's the dream.
completely forgot my plan.
We buy a house. All right, thank you for watching. This is
Nobody else. I don't think anybody else saw what happened.
Nothing happened. You stopped talking.
I think we'd actually get in trouble for that one. But
What?
nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm so confused.
Go back.
We'll just talk about it afterwards.
So
speed bump.
we buy a
So we
house.
buy a
Like
house.
so one of us gets a shit ton of money, and then we buy property, right? And you split it up. Obviously, it doesn't have to be like an even split of space or whatever, because we'd all like pitch in. I'm not expecting somebody to just keep paying for everybody to live there, but essentially to buy like a big property with a bunch of houses and then like a stream house in the middle where we have like different offices set up, different game spaces and shit, and then we all fucking like we go home for the night, everybody goes to their own individual houses and shit, and they can live and do whatever the fuck they want to, and then the next morning y'all wake up, we converge at the fucking stream house. We got our separate room for recording terms of engagement all together. We got a separate room individually in this building for each one of our streams. Like, and we just live, dog. We bring the kids up in the fucking content creator community. Everybody's just living off
They
of
bring
it,
their
dude.
kids up.
Honestly,
We
dude, this makes me feel like
we pull a whole midsummer, get a whole cult going.
Exactly, dog.
dude,
Put
I
a dude in a
just
bear suit.
Are you gonna sign your daughter up for softball? No, I signed her up for this Call of Duty tournament though.
Yo, we're streaming the whole fucking thing, dude. Honestly, I like that. I think that's a great idea. I think the idea of especially like a building, because it makes me think of like Dude Perfect, like how they
Yeah.
have like their own offices, or like Fantasy Factory, like
Yeah.
to age ourselves a little bit, you know.
Yep.
Like
I
I
think
think
Fantasy Factory.
I think that's a pretty cool idea, dude. Like, I mean, definitely it would have to be a big ass property because, like, if I'm within fucking walking distance during some of our fucking in game arguments, bro, we're all gonna we have a fight club at the fucking property. It's like, all right, that was a bad fucking call. Meet me at the fight club, and we just like Rez walks in with a fucking mace, and he's like, all right, motherfucker, I said we push left, and I'm like,
You
oh,
are the
man.
new kill leader.
Yeah, boy. Oh my god, dude.
We could set
No,
it
like,
up,
I
dude.
think
We could make that room. We'd have a camera broadcasting 24/7 from that room. And anytime there's just we have a website for it, dude. People logged into it all the time. Anytime there's an argument, you just pull that shit up, and it's 3:00 in the morning. You pull it up. There's Nick and Rezzy just fucking going at it.
We take 4-hour shifts. Somebody's always in there fighting the other.
Just see fucking like 4:30 in the morning. You see Calabaster fucking scurrying around with his fucking bowl of ice cream and cereal. He's just like, lies. I got him. Hold him.
oh my god, dude. I love it. No, man, I think that'd be sick, bro. Like, I think that'd be super fucking cool. And I honestly, I would love to be able to have a hotline where we just like call. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, when some shit pops off, like, look, if you're watching this right now and we're famous and you're like going through the back catalog, and you're like, I just want you to know, like, you can do it too. And if you're watching this right now as it's
Don't
airing,
do it like we tried.
and
Just
you're
do
like,
it.
these guys are fucking delusional. Look, man, you gotta have a dream. And if your friends have a dream, support them. And if you have a dream, support yourself. And if you can't support yourself, you don't deserve your dream.
Whoa.
I'm just
Maybe
kidding.
go give it a little help. There's some
Maybe-
hotlines for you to call. There's definitely people that are willing to listen. For the
So on the next episode,
mental health.
So on the next episode, we'll talk about mental health because it did not happen. But if we have time, I would love to hear Tot and Rezzy's first high stories before we go.
I'm down. You want to go first, Rezzy? You want me to go?
Well, first time I ever smoked, I didn't get high. And, I just thought, I was like, well, this isn't for me. About 2 months later, same buddy, same situation. I'm like, all right, it didn't do shit last time. Let's try it again. Well, 45 minutes later and $43 at McDonald's would beg to differ. That it may have had an effect on me.
Oh, dude.
I mean, at this time, I was probably in like 10th grade. So I think I had $50. And I spent $43 at fucking McDonald's.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Real good shit. Real good, I think I got like 10 apple pies.
Did you eat all of it?
Most of it throughout the rest of the night.
I don't think
I got a shit ton of fries too that I didn't finish because I wasn't smart and didn't eat those first. So I ended up. But bunch of fries.
Most people think fries are the
30
side.
30-piece McNuggets. 2 orgasmo
Well, that's why you eat them
burgers.
first, because they are the side.
I think they're more of like an appetizer.
They're
Yeah, but I
orgasmo
mean,
burgers.
like 30-piece nugs, 10 apple pies, and then 2 orgasmo burgers. You're gonna eat the fries first. Get out of here.
I don't know what an orgasmo burger is.
I think
I
it's
Well,
was
you
a
about to
see,
say, what?
that's
McDouble.
that. Okay, that's where you get you
That's
get a
supposed to be a Big
McDouble.
Mac?
No, you get a McDouble, and you carefully take one patty in this hand, and then the bottom patty in this hand, and you separate the sandwich. And then you take a whole McChicken. Don't remove the bread. Don't leave that bread on there, and you just slap that puppy on top of the bottom, and then just put the top burger back on, baby.
See, out here we
Orgasmo
do the
burger.
same thing, but we do it with a hot and spicy, and we call it a McGangbang.
See, I call it a McGibby because we called it a McGangbang.
I don't know. It was always an orgasmo burger for me.
I knew exactly what
know.
you meant when you said it. Like I was like, oh, that has to be what that is, dude. Like,
I was raised in too stable of a household.
High
god
school
dang,
special.
dude.
High school special, dude. Walk in with, and this is when taxes were right. You walk in with $2.14. You're walking out with a bunch of regret right after you eat that thing, because it fills you up, but in all the wrong ways.
Oh, dude, awful, awful times, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. But they're so good. Honestly, dude, that makes me want one.
I
Like,
want one right
dude,
now.
yeah, that makes me want one like super bad, actually.
It
Oh,
really
man.
mixes together, though. Like,
Yeah, it does.
because
I
it's
always
not.
took the top bun off though. Like that was just what I did. I always took the top bun off, so it was like meat directly on chicken.
Do you think it
Um,
would be better now, though, if you did it instead of the classic way with just like a regular dollar menu McChicken? Do you think it would go good with like their new crispy chicken sandwich?
Let's take it a step further and say like
double quarter pounder.
no. Maybe let's say Red Robin. They got decent burgers, right?
Ooh.
So you go to Red
Never
Robin, get
been.
you a double
We're
cheeseburger,
not
maybe.
talking
And then you
to
go to
you,
Chick-fil-A
McChicken
and you get
Deluxe. Okay,
yourself a chicken sandwich.
I'm just
And you
kidding. That
use
was
Bro.
mean.
those
I'm
two
sorry.
to
I'm just
make
gonna
that.
I'm just gonna substitute Red
Ooh,
Robin for Five Guys.
Okay. I mean, yeah, dude. So okay,
I've never been
dude.
to Red Robin.
Isn't Five Guys like smash burgers? Like they're
What's a smash
it's
burger?
smash burger is a burger that is smashed.
They take
It's
like
like
a
steak and
ball of the
shake.
beef and they
Like steak and shake.
mash it
No, it's
in.
not a steak burger.
oh,
Five,
it's not. Well, no,
no. It's not a steak. I'm saying like steak and shakes. Like the
it's like they all come out. They come out super quick and they come out super thin.
and
Most
so
of the
you get
time.
like a triple because they're fucking fire. Five Guys is not a smash burger. I think they do smash them, like push them down, but they're not smash burgers. Like they're not like super thin, crispy, like all that good stuff. I personally like one of my favorite things is I like to go to Moe's and get like their tacos. But I get no meat or anything on them, and then I go to Zaxby's and get their tenders and do a chicken taco, like a fried chicken taco. Fire, bro.
Have you ever tried like getting like a cup of the extra seasoning from Zaxby's and like, sprinkling that on?
I've never heard of Zaxby's other than you guys talking about
It's
it.
like Cane's. It's
So you
like
see,
Cane's.
you go into Zaxby's and you get the tender plate, right? And you say, "I want
Mm.
nuclear sauce. I need that nuclear." You don't say nuclear. You say nuclear.
I
Neither.
would highly disagree that Zaxby's is like Cane's. No. Cane's
this-
is a step
Yeah, I don't know what
Cane-
Cane's is.
Raising Cane's is a step above Zaxby's.
All right, so
That's-
this has been the
it's
Terms of
fast
Engagement
food.
podcast where we were going to talk about mental health, and it just devolved into we really need that room to fight in.
It's just gonna be me getting wailed on 24 hours a day because of my age gap
We're just-
opinions.
We're just like beating the shit out of Murr, and he's like, "Why? What? It's not my fault. These are my taste buds." And we're like, "We're gonna fix them." Oh
Can
man.
I hold on, I got one more story because you said that. I'll make it quick.
Yes,
So
and then Todd tells us his high story.
yes.
And then we end this. Dude, we've been doing really well about going over our hour mark recently, and I'm kind of here for it.
How long would we go?
I agree.
We're just 110. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing crazy. But so I'm gonna replace the names on this just because I don't want to, get anybody put out. But like, so this was 8th grade, middle school, and like, you'd have lunch, and then you'd have like that extra period where like the other group came and ate lunch. So like we'd go and shoot basketball. So like we finished eating lunch, and like while we were eating lunch, this one dude, we'll call him Nick, was like in the lunchroom. Like he was a part of our group and everything, but like he was a just fucking dickhead if I've ever seen one.
Okay,
Like
fuck
like
you.
like
Fuck you.
he's one of my boys now. He's matured. He's a dad now and all this. Like I fucking love the dude. But like back in middle school, I didn't think of the connection.
Ah, bro, you did this on purpose. Go ahead with your story, Ethan.
Quick story, my ass.
But so like he was just getting on everybody's nerves that day. And this other dude, I guess since we're going along with it, we'll name him Caleb, was like just fed up with this shit and like just kept telling him to shut the fuck up. He wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. So he left the lunchroom before Nick left the lunchroom before the rest of us, and like went to shoot ball. And like on his way out, he talked shit directly to Caleb. And so like we all leave. We finish putting our trays and everything, and we're walking out, and we pass Nick with the like security officer going to the office, crying his eyes out with a bloody face. And he's like, Caleb beat me up. And like and like we walk in and Caleb's standing there and we're like, Caleb, what the fuck happened? He was like, I beat his shit.
Yo, he fucked him?
No,
Or
no,
gave
oh
him
my
a
God.
handy.
No, oh my God. And we're like,
He
shut
beat
the
him
fuck up.
off?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. He's like, I beat his shit. And we're like, what do you mean? And like, he was like, well, I just came in here and started throwing punches on him. And he started going, Caleb, no, why? And like, that's like the funniest shit I've heard in my life.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
instead of fighting back, this man laid on the ground and was like, why?
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, we should have a whole episode where we talk about fights because I have some really great fight stories that I've
I
seen.
have one.
Like,
I feel like whenever I tell a story, it's way funnier to me than it is to y'all.
no, dude, I fucking loved that story.
It was a good story. I think every one of us feels that way though because we experienced that, and you can reflect back on being there, what it was like, and then we're sitting here like, oh yeah, shit, that was funny. You know what I mean?
Poor kid, dude.
So, Todd, when's the first time you got your dome blown?
You better stop.
Dude,
So for me, getting high the first time, same thing as Resi. First time I smoked, didn't really do anything. I didn't have any effects or didn't feel it, whatever. Next time, like the second time I smoked is when it got me. But I had a friend group. It was me, my buddy Sutton, and my buddy Trevor, and we'd hang out. And so there was a pizza place called Da Vinci's Pizza out by where we grew up, and we'd always go and stay at Sutton's house because Sutton's house was super cool. His mom was dating somebody, and so when we'd go stay the night, she'd be like, "I ain't sitting here and dealing with you kids." We were like, at this point, we were sophomores in high school. So she's like, I don't need like a babysitter or anything. Like you guys don't need a babysitter. I trust you. You're not gonna fucking do anything crazy. So there's $100 on the pizza or on the table. I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house. That $100 should cover food for the night, and then she'd leave. So
dude, that's
Sutton,
fucking
dude, it was dope.
awesome.
It was dope. It was almost every weekend from freshman year through like, I mean, we stayed over there a lot senior year too. It was a little different because we all had jobs, but freshman through sophomore year or freshman through junior year of high school, every weekend we were at Sutton's house. So at this point we're smoking weed. Sutton's like, let's try it again. You know, the first time it didn't do much. I got a little bit more. We'll see what's up. I'm like, all right, cool. So me and Trevor both lived in very heavily like church-based homes. Like we were very sheltered.
Relatable.
So I was like, yo, I'm real scared that, because like I don't have a change of clothes or nothing. My mom's picking me up and taking me home in the morning. I'm real scared she's gonna smell the weed on my clothes. So I stripped down to my boxers and I'm in the fucking bathroom at Sutton's house smoking weed. Sutton's like, you guys are retarded because he's wearing regular like his clothes, and me and Trevor are in our boxers smoking weed in the bathroom. We ordered pizza, and then his like Sutton set an alarm on his phone so we knew when to go upstairs and wait for the pizza guy to come and knock on the door. And so he's like, oh fuck, the alarm's going off, we gotta go wait for the pizza. And we're like, all right, cool. So we go up, me and Trevor sit on the couch, and Sutton's like standing, there's like a you walk in the front door and there's like a little wall that sticks out and you come around it and like you're in the dining room. So he's hiding behind the wall so it doesn't look like, because it was like a glass door, the pizza guy would be able to see him if he was just standing there. So Sutton was like, I don't want him to think I'm weird waiting for him, so I'm just going to wait behind the wall. He won't be able to see. So the pizza guy comes up and he's like, all right, he's here. You guys don't do anything weird. And then he's like, wait a minute, where are your clothes? And I look at Trevor and we're both just on the couch in our boxers. And he's like, whatever, don't be any more weird. So Trevor like puts his leg up on me, his arm around my neck, like he's like trying to chokehold me. And then he's like, God damn it, I said don't do anything weird. And he opens the door and the pizza guy steps into the house and he's like, that'll be whatever. And like he gives the price and Sutton takes the wad of cash and goes, here, and he fucking throws the money out the door, grabs the pizza box and slams the door in his face. And I was like, he's like, God damn it, he knows we're high, he's calling the cops right now. And we turned off all the lights and we just ate pizza in the dark. So we were scared the cops were
really
gonna come.
just stepped into the house and was like, I'll have what they're having.
Oh shit, dude.
Like, how many pieces did y'all get?
3.
Okay, so like 3 pieces, like back in the day was like what, $20-something?
Yeah.
Oh, like $30.
That man left that house with a $70 tip. He didn't give a shit what y'all were doing.
No.
Him being
Well,
a
I mean,
pizza
it wasn't all
delivery
that
man.
much. We got wings, we got the pizza, we got some breadsticks. This Da Vinci's place did it up, and it was a little bit more expensive than like normal pizza. So we would get they had a buffalo chicken pizza, right? And what they would do is they would make buffalo chicken tenders like separately. So they're fried, breaded, and all that stuff, real fucking good. And then they'd cut it into little chunks. And as they're getting the pizza ready to put it in the oven, they'd put the fried buffalo chicken on top of the pizza and they'd bake it that way. And then it would have like a ranch drizzle on it and shit. It's fucking delicious. But it was more costly. I mean, he got a good tip, but.
Well, I mean, him being a pizza delivery man, he saw what was happening on the couch, and he was like, "Ooh, I know my place here."
Yeah, he did come back after too. Like 3 hours later, he came back knocking on the door, and he's like, "Do you guys have any more weed?"
We like, anybody order a sausage pizza? Sausage pizza?
Wait, he really came back?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, because he knew y'all were fucked up.
Yup. He was trying to get some weed.
Just saw y'all in your boxes on the couch. It was like, this seems like my type of place.
Dude, yeah, this seems like the kind of party I'm interested in.
If they're that high, I want to be a part of it.
Like I had said, senior year, it was a little different because we all had jobs. Trevor got a job as a pizza delivery guy at Da Vinci's Pizza. So we'd wait, and me and Sutton would order pizza and wings when Trevor was on shift. And he'd be planning on coming over after he got off of work anyway. But he'd show up, he'd deliver our pizza, he'd hang out and have a slice real quick. He'd take a quick hit, and he'd be back on his way for the rest of his shift. Oh, man. Good times. It was good times.
Well, I think...
All right, guys.
I think we didn't cover mental health in the way that we probably were going to.
But we did set up why we need to talk about it.
We didn't cover...
exactly.
we didn't cover mental health, but we sure know it exists.
Dude, yeah, we're fucking we're problems.